This is a test of the emergency broadcast system.
This is only a test.
DJs in MC. This DJ, he gets it out.
Listen to this jockey's introduction to
Two DJs in a mic with your host, DJ Mike.
Is that a timetable?
And DJ JP.
Well, get on it. It's your turn.
Give me the mic.
One.
All right. Welcome to another edition of Two DJs and One Mic.
Oh, God.
With myself, DJ Mike, and the infamous DJ JP.
Man.
Forgive him. He's going through some things.
The pre-show. My God.
Mid-age crisis.
No, just.
But we've been blessed again to have the great KC. And we got.
I'm thinking, I like the intro. I can make a little tweet. There you go, this DJ, and then they go, DJ Mike, right? And then they go DJ JP, and then you finish it with the one and only KC. And then massive.
Oh man, you guys should be here for the pre-show. Y'all need to be here for the pre-show.
I put my shirt back on. Let it go.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
All right. Well, we gotta make some things happen.
Oh my God.
I took my shirt off a week ago yesterday.
All right. We have to thank our sponsors. We'd like to give a big shout out to Curator Live, Two DJs and One Mic Platinum sponsor. Curator Live, the #1 photo booth software featuring customization, easy setup, share options, printing, analytics, and cloud-based storage. You can reach Curator Live by phone at 800-708-0247. Email info@curator.live. curatorlive.com and reach out to my man James and tell him that we sent you. So what up, everybody? Welcome to the show. Welcome to
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, I just took about.
Yeah.
And that was A-Rock's big contribution.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, let us know when you got your stuff together, bro.
Yeah, welcome into the show.
All right, how you doing, KC?
I had nothing to say.
Yeah, nothing to say. Wow.
I'm kidding. I'm good.
No, man, we really appreciate you jumping on with us tonight because we didn't have a guest, and we say, hey, who else is better to liven up the show and make us look good than my man KC out of Chicago?
Yeah.
It's a tough job too. I mean,
yeah, I know it really is.
Yeah, but you know what? We got some good questions for you.
Yeah, we really do.
For all of the people out there that's attending, remember the Marquee Show is coming up June the 24th through the 27th. And we're going to talk nothing but Marquee today.
Yeah.
Nothing but Marquee. Hey, Rock, you got your mic together, sir?
Hey, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Oh, my God.
Okay.
All right.
I want to make sure I'm on the right microphone.
Okay.
You know how I just have too much tech?
Yeah.
What about now?
Yeah, you're good.
You're good.
I got tech on tech. Too much tech.
All right. All right,
hey,
KC.
man.
So, what inspired you to start the Marquee Show, and how has it evolved this year?
Over the years.
Thank you, sir.
I figured starting the Marquee way is a good way to meet chicks, so that's why I did it. 98% male-dominated industry. I have not been the smartest man in the world, so I screwed that one up pretty profusely. Took a pass on the bikini competition and started Marquee instead. So I've been attending DJ shows since 1989, which was the first one was a small regional conference in Chicago, and it actually gave me the inspiration to leave the company that I was working for at the time and go out and start my own. So it's been a long time coming, so to speak. Then in 1992, DJ Times used to travel across the country. They weren't always in Atlantic City. They came to Chicago, and I took advantage of it being in my backyard. And from 92 to now, I've attended shows on the regular. I mean, big, small, all over the place. And so that was it. I also kind of had one round of Marquee that wasn't Marquee. If you guys have ever heard of DJ Think Tank,
Yeah.
that was my first kind of step into producing. And it was just, I used to have breakfast, lunch, and dinner with certain people that I wasn't getting enough out of the current offerings from other show producers. So I would always make it a point to have, schedule all my breakfast, lunches, and dinners and get the most out of the shows that way. And it wound up going into, come to Chicago, let's hang out and talk shop for 3 days. And that was it. And then that ran its course for me personally. They're still, I think they're in their 22nd year now, or 21st year, something like that. And so I loved the education, and that kind of spearheaded it to, I like the immersive side of a conference. I love being around hundreds of people that do what I do, that live a version of the lifestyle that I live. I mean, let's face it, with everybody here, we've all missed family barbecues. We've all missed certain concerts. You can start to see one of your favorite artists coming to your town, and then you look and you're like, oh, I got the Smith wedding that day. And it's too bad, and so it just is. So it's almost like we're all brothers and sisters in our industry. And it's so I wanted to do something to help support it and make it better. So that's all. And I've been on the board of directors for the American DJ Association, and both local and national. And I've been involved in education for, I don't know, 10, 15 years now, at least, somewhere in that neighborhood. Well, I started Think Tank in 2003. So that was 20 years ago. And I was speaking at conferences back then. So it's been a minute or two. I've been involved. So.
Hey, Rock, how was it your first time going to Marquee?
Oh, I was at the first one. I went up there with Carnival, actually.
You were the very, very first one?
Yeah, the one. Alex came up there.
No, that wasn't the first one. That was the second one.
That was the second one. Okay, so that's why I went up at Marquee with Alex, with Carnival. Yep. So Alex flew in. I drove up. Great show, great education. Enjoyed the nightlife. It was nice that it wasn't overwhelming like DJ Expo. Like DJ Expo got a lot of hands-on, but a lot of stuff, but it kind of gets overwhelming. Marquee was more of a education seminar to me. I used to go to Expo, not to even attend the seminars, but just to go buy gear, because it was, both shows 8 hours from me. But I used to literally drive my big car because I knew I was going to buy some stuff at Expo every year.
Well, we're going to have a hell of a showroom floor in Chicago this year. So bring your big car with you this time too.
Well, I almost left with some QSCs last year. I basically was about to buy the new QSC line array when I was there.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but I did buy the KLA 12. I did buy the KLA 12, so I did get me a line array. Now I'm about to sell it, so I'm gonna look for line array again this year at Marquee. So,
and QSC will be there. And I left with the line array last year. I wound up buying it from them.
See, I sold QSC for about 10 years at my store. And I'm kind of mad I don't have my vendor account with them no more. So we sold QSC, JBL for 10 plus years because we did a bunch of commercial installs.
Here's the interesting thing though, and I noticed this both at MEX and in Atlantic City, and it's no reflection on the show producer. There are 5,000 people in that casino without any of us there. I mean, it's just, both casinos are very busy with lots of people gambling, eating, drinking. So when A-Rock is saying that the show's overwhelming sometimes, part of it is the fact there's 5,000 people there anyway. When you go to Marquee or Midwest, or I'm assuming Harvest of Sound, They might have some ambient hotel guests and stuff, but they don't have 5,000 people running around. So it's a very different environment.
Yeah, I used to go to SEMA every year for my store. So I used to go to SEMA. That's why I never went to Wedding NBA, because the big automotive show was the week before Wedding NBA. And then we'd turn around and go back in January for CES. And SEMA was 110,000 people every year.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So it's an entire convention center, plus outside, plus across the street, plus the adjoining hotels. Is all automotive and accessories.
Dang.
Yeah, IAPA is similar to that. IAPA is a monster show too.
Wow.
It's show floor is 10 miles long, because I walked everything but the outside last year, and I did it in one day.
Yeah, we did 8 miles in one day, just in 2 buildings.
Yeah.
Wow. So we're gonna move on, keep it going, because we want to get in all these questions with Keith. What are some of the key highlights and new features we expect at Marquee Show 2024, and are there any special keynote speakers or notable industry figures attending this year that you're willing to share?
Yeah, we've got these amazing podcasters, industry DJs for one, and we have DJ idea sharing. Guys that get me on their show all. No, I'm just kidding. No, we've got a ton of cool stuff. This year our show's even bigger education-wise. We have 2 full tracks. One is on the business and administrative side of the business. And that's where we've got Alan Berg, Shannon Tarrant, Leah Weinberg, Matt Radicelli. And we're covering everything from websites to social media to selling at wedding and trade shows to blogging to video integration. Megan Culkin, who's doing our stuff on video integration, she has, I think, last time I looked, 45,000 people following her for her wedding planning business down in North Carolina or South Carolina, one of the Carolinas. So, I mean,
quick question: is the lineup out yet?
Yeah, it's up on the website.
Oh, okay. Well, I need to go check so I can make sure I check out the classes that I definitely want to try to attend if we can get up out those hot chairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shannon Tarrant is also doing here. Okay, so Aaron just said, get people that can teach how to integrate AI. Here is my concern as a producer.
Mm-hmm.
There are a ton of people who are talking about AI, but I have yet to meet one person that can say to me, here is the data of, I started using AI a year ago. I used it to write all of my blogs about wedding or event planning or DJing or music or what have you. And it took me from being on page 3 of Google to being on page 1. Okay.
Oh, okay. So you want to see some benefit from it, because I
want to see people.
I was going to tell you that we definitely are using it, but I mean, I don't know if we've gotten any benefit. Well, we got benefit from it, but not to where it took us to the front page or something.
I want you to not tell me how to make the pizza. I want you to show me, here's the pizza. I sold 100,000 of them last year, and that's why I'm qualified to talk about pizza. Wedding NBA, every other seminar was about AI this year. The year before, every other seminar was about TikTok. And AI is certainly the new buzzword. And don't get me wrong, I use it for researching things, and I even use it, just like we all do, for a little bit of fun. Like, I've got a picture of Mike that I put together of him wearing a bikini now through AI. And so it's worked out fine. But I mean, you can have fun with it. You can do all kinds of stuff. But until I find someone who has said, I use AI for this application and it helped me move the needle on my business or what have you. So
yeah, I use AI. I use AI to create the SEO for the back end for my website.
Right. And Aaron's saying the benefits are a bit subjective. It's a time-saving session. Again, it's until I find someone who can quantifiably say to me, like in Aaron's situation here, I used to work 60 hours a week. I put in AI. Now I'm working 40. By all means, I would love to talk to that gentleman or that lady about presenting in 2025. But until I find someone that has a tremendous amount of success, I'm going to keep searching because you guys know I'm out there looking.
We know you're looking for the perfect people. All right.
Yeah.
I think Shannon's seminar was really good last year.
Yeah, well, no, Shannon's seminar was great.
I say extra late for that one. That she was like second from last people speaking last year.
Uh-huh.
She did two of them.
She had two this year as well.
Both were great.
Yep. No, she's terrific. You guys are. I just have got. This is no disrespect to the DJ industry because there's a lot of successful DJs out there, but I'm looking for people at a different level that are involved running multi-million dollar businesses or doing things differently. And it's also having a breath of fresh air to seeing people that aren't at every single show. Because that's what, the fact that if you guys were on every podcast talking about the industry, it wouldn't make your show unique and different, and that's the whole thing about, that's why we've had to say goodbye to a few people, at least this year, because they're speaking at 4 or 5 conferences. Well, why come to my show then if you can see John Doe at 3 other conferences? So, it's no different than you wouldn't have a DJ that could be booked with 4 of your competitors. So that's all. But no, we've got some great keynotes. We've got a ton of good people. If you're a Chicago house music fan, we've got some amazing Chicago house music legends that are going to be here. One of which no one's ever heard of, and it's going to blow your mind. Outside of Chicago, his name is Kenny Jammin' Jason, and he's the founder of the Hot Mix 5. But what makes him so unique is I'd be willing to bet money, a lot of it, that he was the first DJ in history mixing records on the radio. And it goes all the way back to the disco days of, at WDAA radio station with him.
We're going to put our plug in now. So when do we get him in the booth to sit down and talk to us about all this?
You want to talk? He's going to probably be there. Well, he'll be there on Tuesday for sure. I don't know how much.
Can we make sure we get him?
Can you arrange that for us, please?
I don't know, because we've got him in industry DJs and like 7 other podcasts in front of you. No, I'm just kidding.
All right.
Wow. And I love what you said too, Keith, about the fact that you don't want us to tell you about it. You want us to tell you how you did it and what it's doing to change your life. That's what a lot of DJs complain about. People tell them what they did, but they don't tell them how to do it or show them how the benefit of using it really is. I mean, a lot of people complain about that. But again, you have to show up in order to ask these questions and get the knowledge, because you can't learn how to do anything if you're not showing up to get the knowledge from.
But here's the other thing, though. There's a lot of people in our industry that talk a lot, and they're very successful. But an example is, we have Leah Weinberg talking about things you need to think about legally in your business. She was an event planner who's an attorney now. Whoa. So she understands our business. She's an attorney. And to my knowledge, that's never been done in the DJ industry, or in the special event industry. You have somebody who understands we gaff tape down cables. We have tripods that we try to disguise and hide. We have crazy people that talk negatively about us on social media because there was a hair in their quiche and somehow it's our fault. And whatever their problem is, she's going to be able to tell us that. There's a lot of DJs that might be very well versed. We're
not going to be able to do any interviews with all these great speakers, man. You're going to have us running from one room to the other one trying to make sure we get I pray that you're recording all of this.
Did you just freeze in place? Yes, we are.
No, I'm asking you. I pray you're recording these.
You can pray a lot. Yes, we are. We're going to be launching a new product with all of these videos as well at Marquee. So lots of exciting stuff.
Oh, you finally heard me.
Thank you.
Thank you. You finally heard me. Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
What?
It's okay. You can play dumb if you want to.
And Ass Sphincter says what?
But I've been on you for 2 years to start doing that.
I didn't know you 2 years ago. You were the guy walking down the hall. I'm like, is he really at our show? No. Anyhow, No, we've got a bunch of cool stuff happening, but no, we have some really great people. Like, again, a lot of great DJs, but who can teach scratching better than DJ Cuber?
Yeah.
Okay, talking about longevity, we've got DJ Scribble flying in from New York. I mean, you're talking about huge DJs with huge careers, and some of the younger guys might go, "Oh, they're old," but they're still relevant. And if you look at all of the top DJs making the most amount of money in our industry, Tiesto,
Kevin Harris,
Oakenfold, all of them, they're all like 45 years of age and over.
Yeah.
So there's no young whippersnappers. There's no young Justin Bieber DJ coming up and killing it, So, and I'm all for it. I'd love to see it. But the fact of the matter is, it's right now, it's a little bit of an older person's game. And with that, it comes from experience.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So
you're finna get it. Go ahead.
So how do you see the DJ industry evolving in the next couple of years? And what are you doing to adapt to that with your show?
We're going to have continued education 365, 24/7. It's part of what we acknowledge. I believe in the immersive part of a show. There's no question about it. But at the same point in time, I also know people have legitimate situations why they cannot come to a show. And I want to share the education and create new education for those that can't, for part-time people. But I'll tell you, we're going to start telemarketing DJs tomorrow, because I believe so strongly in physically being there. And you guys know it. You go to a live baseball game, totally different feeling than watching it. I could never watch golf on TV, but I would imagine it's a different experience being around golf fans and talking to them and seeing what's passionate about that. But it's the same thing with going to a concert. I mean, I'm a huge Billy Joel fan. I've seen him like 18 times. And I watched the CBS special that they cut off. If you guys heard about that, they cut off Piano Man halfway through it.
Wow.
So,
really?
Yeah. They cut the local news all over the country, so they rebroadcast it. And he had 6 million people watch it, I guess, that particular Sunday or something like that. But it's still, I can tell you from being at the concert and knowing every lyric and knowing what he was going to do next or what have you, it's still not the same as being there. So you put yourself in you carve out 3 days of your life to put yourself in an immersive situation known as Marquee or DJX or MEX, and you go in there with an open mind and you're dedicated to being there in the moment. I think you'll do amazing. So.
And I would have to say that that's very true, because my first show was the Marquee Show that I've ever attended. And there is nothing
like to say your first and your favorite. Yeah,
it is my favorite show.
Say it louder. We're getting the logo tattooed on your wrist.
But it's nothing like being at the shows live. No. It's nothing like it. The education, the conversations, the relationships that you build, it's nothing like it. And I totally agree. Even if you're doing the 360 and showing different things year round, it's still nothing like being there.
Yeah, the hallway conversations, the dinners, the things like that. I mean, how many times you get to sit down and have a conversation with Matt Radattelli, sit down and talk to Wu Pig, one of the growing giants in the industry. Anybody, you can see them, and everybody leaves their purse or their wallet at home, and then you could just have a genuine conversation with anybody who's there. And that's what I love about each and every conference. And Chicago is just really good because it's an intimate setting. You're going to have to walk down the hallway and bump into anybody because it's really small. It's really, and it's just a great conference. And we all get to eat lunch together and sit down. So you can sit down and have lunch with anybody at a table and really get to know somebody. Or people like Bobby Styles can show up at your table and just really pour into you because he was, like I said, I just met so many really cool people.
Bobby Styles isn't coming this year.
Huh?
Bobby Styles isn't coming, he says.
I'm gonna call him. He's gonna come out. I'm gonna call him. He's gonna have to come out to at least something. But that's my. I mean, like I say, just people. You just meet different people that pour into you, and you like, wow, you know. So I really love. That's what I really love about it. You know. Then run into A-Rock. We're doing a show live, and he come jump in the middle of the screen.
I'm talking about just
what you guys doing?
Yeah, and to find out that this is what he went to school for, it made it more disrespectful.
Very disrespectful.
Just jumped up in the show. Hey, what y'all doing?
He's like those people in the back of the news broadcasts. And I know you. I know you're a very meticulous guy, Casey. Is that couple from Tennessee coming that was in the wheelchair and on the walker?
I don't know. I'm not sure. Like I said, we're going to be telemarketing everybody.
Yeah, because
I can't remember their names. I know they were
They were so incredible. I mean, we got to go back and look at that show. But
yeah, I think I got their contact information. I have the guy's contact information.
Yeah, and he was a karaoke DJ, and when they sing, and it was just it was great, man. So
did you see them, A-Rock?
Yeah, they was there. I was talking to everybody, man. I was bumping around. I come for the shows for the network, and I don't come for the education.
Yeah, because if you remember, there were the Canadian fires. They were wondering if we could move the entire ballroom from the tent in all the education inside of the hotel somehow. And I'm like, no. I'm like, but if there was an issue, the hotel would figure something out. But it was like, what are you talking about? You know how long it takes us to set that up?
It was. I mean, I didn't mind. I was in Philly like 2 weeks prior to, and it was just as bad in Philly. And I'm like, oh, now I go to Chicago. It's the same thing in Chicago. So I was used to it.
It was only bad one day, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, at least we had air. The year before, we had what do you call it? The year before, we had the air conditioning go out, and it was like 90 degrees in that tent.
Oh yeah, we remember. We're so glad you moved.
Yeah. Well, this new hotel is well worth the move. So, pretty excited about it. But we got to get more people watching this to come because it comes with a bigger price tag too.
I got my room booked already, so I already got my room booked. I got an event Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then I'm driving from Cleveland to Chicago Sunday night.
So it's like 6 hours, something like that.
Yeah, well, it's usually 9 hours from where I live at. I'm already going to be in Cleveland. So.
Yeah, there's somebody right there not making excuses, finding a way to get to the show. Because I think I have to DJ something Sunday too.
I'm going to stop everybody on the excuse path. I'm having meniscus surgery in 2 weeks. I will be in an immobilization brace on crutches while also still running my 5 other businesses, and I can produce an entire conference. Please do not tell me how busy you are, okay? I respect that everybody handles stress differently, but come on. If you can't do it, you need to come to Marquee to learn how to do it, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
So, and I appreciate you, A-Rock, doing it. So, I don't know if you've gotten a pass yet, but I'll throw you a promo code. You can save a little cash. I'm just kidding. I don't know if you bought a pass. I don't know what's going on.
He's our producer. He will be there.
Oh, so what he's saying is he'll pay for your pass. It's all good, man. Don't worry about
it. Well, I'm trying to get Dimitri to come again this year from Carnival.
I have a meeting. I have a meeting with him and Brett on Friday at 10:30. A phone meeting.
Okay.
So, he was there last year, so we hung out, talked, and chopped.
I know, but we got to get them to exhibit to talk to DJs about getting on their boats and
Oh, that would be awesome.
Going from there. Holding some live auditions.
We need to get Dimitri on the show, man, too.
Hey, man. Hey, I'll reach out to him. He's all about it, dude. He's got to find him when he's on the ship because I think he's still doing ship visits. So that's the biggest thing is catching him when he's not on the ship during the week.
Okay.
Most time they do ship visits.
We can always record the show and play it back later, sir. So there's no excuse. Just let us know when you're available. And we'll get you on there. Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be just as many people watching it live when it's pre-recorded. So
yeah. So shots fired. Can you give us an overview of some of the workshops or educational sessions? You already did a little bit.
I would be happy.
Are there any specific sessions or workshops you're particularly excited about?
Me, no, because I'm looking at it from a producer point of view. Well, actually, that's not true. Hang on. So We start Tuesday morning with Catherine John's Networking for Success.
Oh.
I was a guest. We brought her in when we had an ADJA chapter in Chicago. She was amazing. And she's going to start off the show even before I welcome everyone there, talking about how to network, how to create an impactful first, what's the right word? First impression. And what she does is great. I love her to death. She used to be a radio DJ here in Chicago, and she's fantastic. I do a quick welcome. Alan Berg, if you don't ask, the answer is always no. James from Curators is going to be doing a master class.
Great.
Danny Max is doing Profits with Photo Booths. Shannon Tarrant, the inbox battle, fight email with fatigue and emerge with the sale. We have Megan Culkin cracking the social media code. She's really talking about integrating video into all your social media. Flipside still tweaking his presentation. Drax has got success by association. Fletcher from DJ Event Planner is going to be doing a deep dive into CRMs. Lindsay Williams, $25,000 in 24 hours, the power of wedding shows. That's a pretty big statement. So DJ Kova is going to be doing social media seminar with some specific DJ people from Chicago. Artem Lomez that day is doing luxury level service. And then, I guess you could say this is the one. We are doing the 40th anniversary of house music at 4:00 with some of the most amazing people in the history of house, which is Frankie Hollywood Rodriguez, Terry Hunter, Mike Hitman Wilson, Tyree Cooper, Kenny Jam and Jason, Bad Boy Bill, Julian Jumpin' Perez. You will never see these guys on the same stage ever again. It just isn't going to happen. Okay. And these guys are the ones who started it all, and they're all performing amazing. Mike Walters then on Wednesday, Lessons from My 35 Years as a Successful DJ, Mastering Your Money, Jamie Bodie, Pages from the Playbook, Coach Hoppa's Top Tips to Level Up by DJ Hoppa, Lindsay Williams, The 9 Triggers of Closing, Mike Walters doing an MC workshop, Brian McCann's doing a seminar called Why Go Simple, introducing yourself to simple software. EV's got a short presentation. Michael Olivras is talking about games again. David Osborne's flying in Wednesday morning just to speak Wednesday afternoon and flying home Wednesday night about Magna multi-op.
Wow.
QSC, when it's time to use a line array. Matt Radicelli, protecting your profitability by measuring your marketing. Mark McIntosh, who's a good friend, is a former DJ and former wedding show producer. Now he has a company called Team Wedding Marketing. And it's from click-through to I-Do wedding pro websites that captivate and convert. Qbert Scratch Emporium, Leah Weinberg, Legally Yours, Jeff Short from Chauvet presents DMX, The Magic and the Madness. I mean, and that's 2 days. I still have Thursday still. So we've got Mark McIntosh again, 360 marketing degree, Shannon Tarrant, Death to the Post and Pray method, turning social media followers into money. DJ COVID, the future of editing and why digital mixing and edits are your secret weapon. Scott King, the power of persuasion. Paul Michaels, this is going to be a sleeper that no one sees coming. Paul Michaels, navigating tech for non-techies, fixing up your website and email to connect with pros. And here's what I mean by that. If you've got emails going into spam, he's going to tell you why. He's going to tell you to make sure that your emails are all registered with Google and everything else. So, DJ Hoppa, CDJs everywhere, tap into the technology of mixed reality and access top-of-the-line pioneer. Megan Culkin, ensuring inclusive events for all. Frank Garcia, the myths and methods of beat mixing. David Hanscom, turning contacts into contracts. Alan Berg closes out with, you've been shopped or have you? I gave him a list of people attending the show to which he is going to shop them on their website to see how quickly they respond, how many times they respond. And he did it at Wedding NBA and it shocked people. Wow. So now, is that enough? Because I still have some slots to fill.
Someone did pose a question on one of our things. They said, when will Jeff and Mike be on stage to do a roundtable?
I think that's called December in Harvest of Sound. Hello!
Oh, man.
Well, hey, you might have, hey, okay, all right. That's how you want to be.
You like the Fonz right now. Hey.
Yeah, that's okay. We'll be all right. Yeah.
My calendar, my dance card is full this year, pretty much.
Okay. So, well, that was just a question somebody asked, so we just had to ask it.
Tell them to mind their business. No, I'm just kidding.
But no, it sounds like a really good show, Casey. Yeah. And I have to ask you a question because we got to meet Brian from Simple.
Yep.
Have you made the switch, or are you thinking about making a switch with your CRM?
I'm really, really pleased with DJ Event Planner. I have 4 subscriptions for 4 of my businesses, and they all do different things. So for me, you'd be talking to me about switching for photography and videos, one company. We our buddy's company uses it. So does Keith Christopher / Party Company and Aberdeen's. And Aberdeen's, the floral company, we found a software that we're going to use that it's much more visual. It's geared specifically for florists. So it takes inventory of how many, when we put together a bouquet, it talks about how many flowers are in it. We create that so we know where our profit margin is and how to price things out and everything else. So a little bit different, but I like Brian very much.
Yeah, and I'm with you too. And I looked at it and I talked to him and I was like, oh my God, this thing is beautiful. But do I want to go through the change of switching all 10 DJs? But then I've heard that he will integrate everything for you. So I'm going to talk to him some more in Chicago because I really like it. And I'm going to set up a thing with me and my team so we can all look at it. But, man, that thing is pretty hard to say no to if you only got like one company or you're a single op DJ. It is beautiful.
Yep. And on top of everything I told you, we still have parties and we still have a show floor and demo rooms. So you can easily get lost in 3 days at Marquee. No question about it.
Anybody you've been trying to get to come to the show to be a vendor or be on the showroom floor that you're happy that's coming this year?
Oh, we've got a lot of new people that I'm excited about this year and some people that are still in the works that have told me they're coming, but I haven't gotten their contract yet. So until it happens, I can't say anything. Like we officially got JMAZ last week. We officially got Blizzard last week. But I'm also going after a lot of people that have never been in a show before. I'm going after cargo trailer companies. I'm going after Skechers shoes because they've got a uniform division for nice, comfortable shoes for people in our industry. I'm going after Square, the credit card processing company, Chase Morgan Bank for talking to bankers. We have M13 Graphics, who I think is one of the best printers around. And they do a ton of stuff for the Chicago people, and they'll ship all over the country, and they're great. And Keith McKenzie, who's like their president, is also a DJ, so he gets our industry all together.
I used M13 for a long time.
Yeah, see, he knows. Generation
started.
Yeah.
So are they trying to bring something new back to the market?
No, they're just letting people know that they've got great prices on cards and flyers and postcards and brochures and they do T-shirts, graphics. They do all kinds of stuff. I mean, there are places like maybe 4 blocks from my office, and it's huge. I mean, it's huge. So
what about CP? Have you talked to him with eStart?
I talked to him. Here's the challenge with CP. DNP has a product that is pretty similar, and they're going to be coming at the show in a major way. They're actually sponsoring our Tuesday night party, fully sponsoring it, food, renting the venue, the whole thing. And so we haven't quite figured out where CP fits. I'd like to find the right situation for him to fit in, but I can't I have to be careful not to step on my existing sponsors and kind of go from there.
Yeah, no, I understand. And yeah, I talk to him almost every day because he's just talking about different ways he can market it and
Did you come up with a new app? He
Yeah.
got a new app.
No, he don't have nothing. No new updates. But see, he's a good guy. I hope he works it out. But man, it seems like it's gonna be a great show. It's gonna be fun. I mean, you just got so much going on that my head. I'm gonna leave again with my head spinning for Marquee. With what do I institute first?
My biggest challenge this year is going to be to figure out where to put the massage chairs.
I know, over there by us.
Mhm.
Yeah.
A-Rock might be asleep.
Yeah, he might be. So, A-Rock, you got anything?
I think Hubert fell asleep in it last year, didn't he?
He probably did.
I didn't know the massage chairs was part of the show. I kept walking by him like, everybody's sitting in these massage chairs. I was like, I ain't sitting in a massage chair.
No, it was just an idea. I had to create a relaxation station, but I never had the banners and stuff made, and so yeah. But yeah, no, we'll have them. My buddy Mitch said he'll, as long as they're not booked, he'll bring them out again.
Can we be the massage chair sponsors?
I think that would be Mitch who's letting me borrow them. So now if you want to pay Mitch to do it, yeah, we'll put your logo right out in front.
We're gonna put a logo on it.
So what kind of exhibitors and vendors will be present? And, what can people expect?
Well, here, let me pull that up because I've got so many.
Oh wait, there's more. If you act now, this promo code can be yours.
Once again, our show is being brought to you by Electro Voice Speakers out of Minnesota. And we're proud to have Danny Max from Max Design, Promo Only, Curator, American DJ Association, the Photo Booth Association, Alan Berg, Spot My Photos, Roll Up Ads, Vibo DJs, DJ Intelligence / Event Intelligence, Jindo, NLFX Pro, the Photo Booth Expo, Toadmatic, DJ Event Planner, Disc Jockey News, M13 Graphics, the How To for the I Do, QSC, DJ Bingo, DJ Trivia, the Mobile Entertainment Expo, Chauvet DJ, Pioneer DJ, Mainline Audiovisual, Revo, Top DJ Lighting USA, Blizzard Lighting, JMAZ, Gear Club Direct, 123 DJ, Simple Systems, DNP Printers, a VMAX Color Key. Who else do I? Moby Booth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So
is Ray and his crew coming back?
Yeah, that's it.
Is who?
Ray from Cali.
On that top lighting.
Yeah.
Yeah, top lighting and Revo Spin. Yeah.
Yeah.
What about both lighting? Rick Webb.
You call him. Try and get him to return a phone call.
Okay, I will have A-Rock call him.
You have him call him.
He knows him a little bit better than I do.
He was telling me that he told Eric Massengale that June's just too busy. I say bullshit. Oh, and Ape Labs will be there too.
Okay, I've never had my
Ape
chance to put
Labs,
my hands on
Blizzard,
those.
Color Key. So we've got like 5 lighting companies in there. Also, you guys have to blow up Maestro DMX. Try and get them to respond. I can't get Justin to respond.
What about Pro X gear? Are they going to be there again this year?
Pro X will be there as well. Yeah.
Jetpacks.
They will be there with their new cases. Who else?
Jetpacks.
Jetpack bags will be there as well.
I bought a bunch of stuff. Was it Prop U to sold the photo booth props last year?
Props for you? Well, we're still negotiating. So
yeah, I loaded up. Actually, those have been our best props this wedding season. They sold the company just before MEX, and the new owners just see things a little bit different than the old owners do. Wow.
So,
well, there's a young lady out of Atlanta. Maybe I should give her your information, and you could try to reach out to her.
Yes, she was at MEX, right?
Yeah, she was at MEX.
Yep.
You know about Stephanie Powers?
I don't know if that's her name, but we'll find out who she was and get it to you.
Yeah,
she was over there by Top Light DJs.
At MEX.
Hey, Keith, did you talk to these guys? Do you think maybe they could tell us how to integrate that Chat GPT agent? Did you talk to them?
I have no idea who that is. I don't know your shameless plugs. I don't know who that
is. Wow.
Well, I'm coming to buy some stuff. I already got my Denny Max booths here, getting ready for events. So,
we have those already too. But the new EV microphones, if you want to start shamelessly plugging, yeah.
I got KC a Marquee cup last year.
Mama K got a little crazy passing those out.
Really be a great show. Hey, Rock, you got anything you want to throw at Keith or ask him before Mike drops his next question?
Nah, man. I'm happy to be on the show. I'm happy to be a part of the podcast. I actually just sent out a big email blast. That's why I was praising KC, because he's constantly sending out email blasts.
Oh man, I tell you, he's a serial marketer, man.
So anytime I get a KC email blast, it makes me like, I need to send out an email blast. So
and KC, you'd be super proud of me today. I spoke for the first time.
Probably not.
I spoke today at one of our wedding groups, and I did it on branding. So it turned out really good. Some young lady came up to me and said I motivated her to go and change her whole brand and start over and do everything. So I finally broke the barrier. So I will definitely be getting and letting you know something that I want to speak on in the future.
I want to know, did you give them the promo code so they could come to Marquee?
It was a bunch of wedding planners, florists, and photographers, but all the DJs that were there, we've been told them.
I can have event planners at my show. It's okay.
I sent KC a pitch to speak, but he just shot me down, said, nah, delete. So it's all right. I'll catch him next time.
Wow, it just got awkward if I cared. No, I'm just kidding.
Hey, man.
Hey, that's all right.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Excuse me, did I shoot you down and delete?
I don't know. I never got a reply back, so that's all right. So that's just as well as, I didn't get it. Don't worry about it. Maybe it went to the spam folder.
What?
Maybe it went to the spam folder.
No, I did get it, and I'm trying to remember. I'd have to look and see.
Great question, A-Rock.
What's your email address? What's your email address?
Should have came from A-Rock Entertainment or info at A-Rock Entertainment. One of the two.
Info.
So what me and JP and Mike has talked about the past few years, because I do a lot of stuff with nonprofits, and I was like, no one ever talked about dealing with nonprofits, or how to pitch to a nonprofit or grant funding through nonprofits. So I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why not talk about that? See where I'm at, I don't have no corporate around me. It's all nonprofit or the college. So people are like, oh, well, you only can charge them. I say, well, the medium income where I'm at is $32,000 to $35,000 a year.
Wow.
But I still continue to grow the company.
I don't have it, but I do remember 2023.
Well, I'm working now. I'm stuck with the podcast all day.
That might be the biggest embarrassment I ever seen.
Hey,
let me go ahead and address that though. And here's
2025. 2025. I'm gonna have it down.
You and me, A-Rock.
Me and you both. We're gonna have it down. 25.
I think I'm on a host though.
Yeah, but go ahead and address that question.
Go ahead.
So this would be my concern about your topic. So I will ask you this question because I made this mistake years ago. Out of let's say there's 400 people in the room that bought education passes. Of those 400, how many of those attendees do you think have a serious interest in learning how to work with nonprofits?
I think everybody will, because it's the simple fact that most of the stuff I do is weekdays, and most of the DJs struggle is trying to book stuff Monday through Thursday, when that's 90% of the nonprofit events. No one ever talks about dealing with nonprofits or working with government agencies, and that's all I work with is government agencies.
Okay.
Government agencies. So
I
people
think
like,
we would
well,
all
you know,
be
how can
So
I
let
do
me-
anything on the Monday,
Going
Tuesday?
back up, your initial title when you just said that to me first was a big 0 for me, because most DJs know what they like and they're in their wheelhouse and they want to do weddings and schools and social. But if you said fill your weekday business working with non-for-profits and government agencies, the key words there is fill your weekdays with. Now it becomes a marketable seminar,
Yeah.
because some people are going to hear non-for-profits and be like, oh yeah, these guys hit me up for free or next to nothing or whatever. So again, it all depends upon how it's presented. Like I said, the first time I would have told you it's a hard no, but now that you're saying there's a way to fill it, then then there's definite interest. And the reason I say that is this:
I'm typing that down. If I can do it for the Harvest of Sound.
That's good. It's fine.
You're a butthead, boy.
I like that though. I like that. Really, I like that. Fill your weekday.
Right.
I like that.
Hang on, I got to trademark it.
You can go back and listen to the show, A-Rock, if you can.
I figure if you're going to Harvest of Sound, it's because no one's booking you for corporate holiday parties in the month of December. So you're good.
I usually work on the ship in the wintertime, so I usually don't do any corporate holiday parties for probably the past 6 or 7 years.
Gotcha.
I usually go on the ship.
I'm usually pretty busy in the month of December for obvious reasons.
Yeah, Santa. Ho, ho, ho.
Mm-hmm. But now, going back to my concerns, I had Dana Solomon speak on working on cruise ships. She did an unbelievable job, and she probably didn't have more than 25% of the attendees sitting there. And even well-known DJs that we know, like, and respect said, we love Dana, but we have no interest in ever being on a cruise ship. Okay.
That's why I would never do a seminar about working on a cruise ship.
Right.
Let me ask you a question, Keith. Are you going to do something, or I think this is a good idea, to have something to signify that they're first-time attendees so people can make them feel welcome, talk to them, introduce themselves. Is there any way you're going to do something to mark those guys?
Yeah, we're going to have beanies with propellers.
Why? Why do I ask you a serious question?
See, here's what's crazy. When I suggest people wear hats, he's against it. But in the month of December, that's all he does is wear hats. Now he's anti-hat in June.
I'm not anti-hat. I'm asking you a serious question about a way to signify the newbies so we can all meet.
So what, you can shove them in a locker like you did freshmen in high school? Did you were a bully?
No, so we can, make them feel at ease, show them if they don't know where they're going. And then, it'd be great to interview some newbies on the show to get a feel and get testimonials for you, Mr. Beanie Hat.
Yeah, we used to recognize all the first-time cruisers we can recognize by their room keys. So each room key shows how many times they've been on cruises.
They were easier to steal from because they didn't know where to hide all of their shit. So it was like, these guys are all dumb. They're getting hammered, not knowing it's $9 for a shot or whatever.
Maybe more than that now.
That's Chicago prices. What are you talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. All right, we had a couple more questions. We're going to try to get these questions in. Go ahead, Mike. Which one? Where we going? Oh, this one. I like this one. So what has been the most rewarding part of organizing the Marquee Show for you personally?
The humongous paycheck that I get when all is said and done. Oh, wait, that hasn't happened yet. No, I just say legitimately, I think my favorite part is when you guys are all saying goodbye and you're hugging me and Mama Kay and thanking me for taking your money and your trust, and you've invested $2,000 or $3,000 to come out to Marquee and fly out and whatever. And it always boggles my mind, yes, we have wedding couples that say thank you to us for doing a great job, but we're generally the ones initiating a thank you for coming or thank you for having us. It boggles my mind sometimes how blessed I am to be making an impact. Those two women from Atlanta, they, on the way out the door, they're like, you know what? We came up here to look at gear, We thought the convention was gonna suck, and we were gonna spend the week in Chicago. And she goes, we are so burnt out. She goes, we went to this conference. She said, I am so excited to get back and start kicking ass and doing stuff.
Was that the couple? Was it a couple? I mean, I remember those two people from Atlanta, and they were getting ready to open a venue, and one he was a DJ or something, and she was a planner. But
no. This was, I don't want to make assumptions, but someone said that they happened to be two lesbian women. I don't know if it's true or not. They were super, super nice, but a little bit stockier. I don't want to make it sound stereotypical, but they were.
It's okay. I hate we didn't get them on the show. See, that's the kind of stuff that we can do to make your life better if you get those people to us so we can talk to them.
But he didn't know it till it was over. That's the only bad part.
Yeah, I mean, but yeah, okay. Or we can get to them later after the show.
Yeah, here's what we'll do. I'll ask a questionnaire. Are you ready to shoot yourself and Marquee has saved you? Please. Now go tell everybody about your psychotic breakdown on 2 DJs, 1 mic.
Oh my gosh, the comedy, man. That's what you need to do. Have a comedy night and you open up. Yeah. And just have a comedy night.
It'd be bad. It'd be really
no,
bad.
It wouldn't. I'd be the one laughing because I'd be the only one getting it. But go ahead.
It'd be the mic roast the whole time.
I believe it. He probably would try to roast us too. No,
Mike is so short he's got to go up on his wife.
Terrible.
See, terrible. I say one joke and I told you it'd be bad.
No, well, you didn't have to go there.
Well,
you're really enticing him. But anyway, so
he is. You know what's funny is you try to cool it down, and he's like, no, yes, no, yes. Jay's like, hey, just make fun of Mike. Don't make fun of me. It's cool, man.
Okay. All right. Next question, because we get no time. What advice would you give the first time attendees to make the most of their experience at the Marquee Show?
One, come completely open-minded. Yeah. I don't care if you've been in the business 100 years. I don't care if you're making $10 million, $30 million. Forget about all of it, okay? You free your mind completely. You'll be open to new ideas. Even if it's not a direct idea, even if it's indirect, the fact of the matter is there's ideas around us 24/7, okay? Yeah. You guys know I have the catering business, right? Mm-hmm. Yesterday, I came across somebody from Australia. You know, like when you go to the ballpark and they've got the straps, like for selling hot dogs. It's like whatever. These guys were doing it with cannolis, and they were walking around the dance floor filling cannolis, putting the things on the sides while they were out on the dance floor with the people and stuff. I thought it was the coolest thing I've ever seen. Did a whole bunch of research. Already found a company in New Jersey. And again, because I've got the catering end, I know I can sell it and tie it in. And it'll make sense for the catering business. But there are ideas everywhere. And if you're not open to it, then you're never going to be like, okay, whatever. But for me, this is now something, this is another $600-700 add-on that I can do along with my hot dog cart business. So just tons, and there's ideas around us all the time. You just have to be open-minded. 2, bring 1 million business cards. I don't care if you have one of those dot cards. I want a business card. I don't want a dot card because you know what? I just met you. I don't know if you deserve to be in my phone or not. Okay.
That's interesting. I like that, Casey. That's a good thought.
And then
I still believe in cards.
Yeah. And then number 3 is sleep at home, sleep on the plane. Don't waste your time in your hotel room. Sit through every seminar. Even if the seminar is not for you, sit through it anyway. Because all you need is one nugget from that seminar to make it worthwhile. Okay? Yeah. The guy from Chauvet, you might be a lot more knowledgeable than most in the DMX seminar. But if he says one thing that trips you, go, oh, God, I didn't think of it that way. 3 and 3 equals 6. Yeah, I guess I've always been doing it 2 plus 4. Oh, yeah, I guess I can do it that way. And I'm still going to get to 6. So, again, let's face it. There are no Michael Jordans in this business, okay? There is no Disney World in this business. There is no Amazon in this business. So no one has figured it out so well that they're dominating the industry. So guess what? We're all still figuring it out.
I love it. How can they get tickets? Or I mean, I know we're running the promo codes and all that stuff, but is there anything you want to say or tell them how to get it? You know, how to get to?
Go to marqueeshow.com and check out the seminars, check out the vendors, check out the hotel. You know, I just sent out an email blast, and I mean this. Not coming to Marquee is going to cost you money.
I got that email blast.
I did too. Did you get it? Yeah, we all got it.
You know who inspired it? Shannon Tarrant. She said that my emails were too boring, that they were too basic. She said you need to do something so that people will respond and look at it. And I did the math. It's you know what? Let me look at it because I had all the numbers.
You use MailChimp?
Yeah, I use MailChimp.
Okay.
Let me find it. Because in the email I put all of the pricing. I did research to find out how much it costs generically to fly into O'Hare. And generically across the country, the average airfare to O'Hare nationally is $388.50. And that's according to the Bureau of Transportation Statistics. Hotel rooms are $149 a night, which comes out to $447 plus tax. That's if you have your own room. If you can bring a friend with, you can cut that price in half. Okay. The Marquee Show Education Pass is only $299 a person. And there are not one but two restaurants inside of the hotel. And then about 2 blocks away, there's also the Parkway Bank Park. So you can, if you want to really, if you're on a limited budget, there's a lot of places you can go and get something to eat. You don't have to get the full pass with the hotel lunches and everything. Okay. And I don't care what people say about food because you're going to eat at home regardless. Okay. You don't even need an Uber or a taxi because you fly into O'Hare, you take the complimentary shuttle bus right there. So if you have your own hotel room, we're looking at $1,134. According to the Knot, the gross price for a wedding DJ in 2023 was $1,700. So if you share a room with someone,
go to a show,
there's no, and I get it. And if you're listening to this and you're from Chicago, we're even keeping the showroom open on Tuesday night until 7:00 at night. So if you work a full-time gig, that's cool. I'm not a hater for part-time DJs. We're catering to you guys. We're going to be open until 7:00. So cut your lunch, get out of work at 4:30 or whatever you have to, get your butt over to the hotel, walk the show floor, see what's what, come and stay for the party that night, and that's it.
Yep. And it's in a great location. We got to check it out a little bit when we came to Chicago a couple of weeks ago. A lot of stuff around it. They got an outlet mall, all kind of stuff.
Oh, outlet mall. Oh.
Yeah, my pastor then already told me about a store. I got to go in for him. So
better turn the volume down. My wife gonna come now.
Damn. My wife already coming, so I'm in trouble. But man, KC, we thank you for jumping on, being a last minute guest. It's always a pleasure to chat with you. And now that you've been our producer,
you guys think of last person you think of to be.
Oh, you were first on our list. We didn't even go down the list any further than calling you first.
I was the next from last minute, so that don't feel bad.
Well, we want you to come on so you can meet KC, so he would know who you were.
I know KC.
No, we've eaten Thai food together. Please.
Well, hey, we're just trying to make a formal introduction, so when you're walking around, he don't give you no
remember,
spanky.
You think you're this, okay? This is me and A-Rock. You're all the way over here.
I can't stand him.
I got a question for KC though. Real question. What do you want to see from this podcast at your show? What is the end result you want to see?
Wow.
What do you mean? While you're at the show?
Yeah. What is some content you want to grab? Some people you want to get interviewed, like. Because right now it's all about content, right? You said somebody speaking about
here's the
video.
thing.
What is something you really want to see
on your podcast? I don't want to see anything per se. I want Jay and Mike to talk to as many people as possible. This is about Jay and Mike growing their brand, talking to great people, sharing the content at my show with their viewers and listeners and such. It's not about me. It's about the two of them. It's about them. It's about industry DJs. It's about Eric Massingale and Rick Webb if they actually make it out. It's about DJ idea sharing, because a rising tide raises all ships. Okay. Yes, the benefit will be if more and more people see all of these podcasters at my show gets branding. That's fine, whatever. But more importantly, the most important thing is, and they know this from having talked to people last year, they're sharing education, they're sharing content. There's even if there's no education, and we're just talking war stories about, tell me about the crazy, they're talking to a random attendee. Tell me about the stupidest thing to ever happen at a wedding. And like in my case, it was someone died at it, and it was like, how did you handle it? It's just a great story, okay? Because we went an hour into overtime still. We totally crushed it. And if you ever want to hear that story, not only will I tell you the story, but I'm still friends with my DJ assistant who lives in Florida. And he tells the story better than I do, because it was the first time he was working with the boss. Okay, so he's nervous about working with the boss. And this guy drops dead 3 songs into the night. And I just took over and just took charge. And the rest of it is for the story. And he still says to this day, I'm the greatest DJ on the planet, because if I can go from someone dying to an hour of overtime, he doesn't even know if Tiesto can do that. So there it is. He's such a nice guy.
Okay.
And,
all right.
And he would totally come on.
Don't kiss Mama K on the forehead. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Great story. We're going to have to talk to that guy. You got to get him on the speakerphone.
You should find 2 or 3 people with crazy stories and just have it. When we were in Vegas once, there's a group that I go to dinner with years ago, more in the Mobile Beat days. And hey, Kevin, he's coming. Very good. We used to force ourselves. We put our phones face down on the table. First person to reach for their phone had to pay the bill for all 10 people at Capitol Grill. So it never was. So we started talking about the most embarrassing things that had ever happened to us. And so I used to have this shtick where after the bride would toss her bouquet and it was time for the garter to come out, I would say, okay, Jay, I want you to give your bride a big old kiss and send her off to the dance floor. It's time for us to see which one of our guys goes down next or whatever, right? This particular bride happened to be a larger woman. And instead of saying giving your bride a big old kiss, I said, give your big old bride a kiss.
And on that note,
and I immediately said it again correctly. So when people are like, did he just say what I thought he said? And the funniest part, and I'll use Howard's company in it. Someone goes, what did you say? I said, and I'm Howard Wallach, and we are 8
Poor Howard. He wasn't even there. But, man, we got to get out of here. We got to go. I know we can laugh all night, but, oh, my goodness. Thank y'all
and that's
for
just a mic.
Yeah. Thank y'all for jumping on with us. Mike, take us out of here, man. We got to go. We got to go. Peace. Oh, my God.